My name is Sheedy. I'm the Director of Facilities and Maintenance for the Holyoke School Department, and we're here at Peck to give you a tour today. We're going to take a look inside, point out some great features of the school, and then we'll make our way to the exterior after that. Here we are at the main entrance of the school, door 1 and 2. We're going to make our way inside. Now we're into the vestibule area. We have our space coordinator over there, and then this is our main office right here, and then we'll make our way into the main office. Main office, we have Thelma here in front of us with our countertop with ADA compliancy. Anybody can roll up if they're in a wheelchair perhaps, get signed in, and then there's multiple heights. So now we'll start making our way into the actual building. So we come through, here's our main foyer area. Elevator to our right, our big grand staircase that goes up and upstairs. We just keep coming through some of the architectural features, the cloud lighting system, okay, all of our smoke and fire doors, and we work our way down. This is our 6th grade wing. So if we look at a lot of the colors based on the age group for 6th grade, these are the colors that we chose. So you have those younger colors. Right, you have the yellows, you have the greens, and you'll see the difference when we go to 7th grade hallway and when we go to 8th grade hallway. You'll see the color differences, and like I said, all of that was chosen based on that age group for that grade. So we'll make our way down as we come through. Small group there. We have a lot of classrooms within. Every classroom has a keypad system. This is a miniature media center here where you can have small group or pull out. So every student has a locker that's assigned to them. Well, again, some more architectural detail with the square lighting, circular lighting, so you have the different shapes throughout the school. So it's not just that linear hallway where it's very boring. You have the pops of color and you have the different architectural features. So this is a staircase that a lot of the students use, whether they're going up to gym or cafeteria or lunch or whatever it is. These would be the main staircases that they would use depending on which grade. So we'll keep coming this way, and we're going to end up going outside to the courtyard. This is end of 6th grade hallway. So now we're into the courtyard. Covered space above us, so you could set some tables up and do some outdoor learning and still be covered. And then we come into the actual courtyard itself, where this furniture could be modular. It's very heavy, but it could be moved around depending on what we're doing. If we have an outdoor event or something, we could switch the furniture around a little bit to make it adaptable for whatever's going on. So again, a lot of teachers bring classes out here to get have that fresh air and to have that outdoor learning. Now we'll make our way into 7th grade hallway. We've come through the courtyard and we'll come right in. So here's in our 7th grade hallway, like I was talking about before. Each grade sets up their mini media center a little bit different. Here we have a lot of books and literature, so different than how it is set up on 6th grade, but still the same. Each grade uses the functionality how they see fit. Teacher's workroom. Each grade has their own teacher's workroom that's assigned to, this one happens to be, this is 7th grade. So like I said, 6th grade, 8th grade, they all have their own. You can see color change. Now we're in 7th grade. Colors are a little different. We have the blues and the yellows versus over there, which was the greens and the yellows. So as we come down, we can pop into a classroom here. This is a science classroom. So each teacher has their science classroom set up a little bit different, how they want it. But this is how this teacher has it. And as you can see, she has all her posters up and decorated her room. So this is a basic classroom, like I said, but this happens to be science. We have our large display that's interactive. You have your whiteboard, you have your cork boards to be able to post things. You have sinks everywhere. A neat feature of the school is this, what we call a top cat system. It's the set of speaker in the center. And with that, the teacher has a microphone that they can attach to themselves. And so instead of a teacher having to yell and lose their voice, they can just have the microphone on and their voice is broadcasted over the Top Cat system. And then there's an extra mic that, say, a student could use or a presenter could use. So it's a great feature for an educator to be able to have and have their voice carry throughout the classroom without having to yell. So here's a science prep room. We can work our way in. And because we're only a month or so in to school, the teachers are still setting up and getting their areas organized. But this is the science prep room. So they have their prep sink, they have their fridge, ice maker, full cabinets, everything is locking. And then, like I said, eventually they'll get their stuff onto their shelf, but they have full shelving system and all locking cabinets to keep anything safe. So we'll make our way down. We have our display cases that are being populated with student art and/or awards, depending on what they're doing. So we'll keep coming our way down the 7th grade hallway. So here's a regular classroom in 7th grade. This looks like history. So you can see that the teacher has it set up a particular way with the modular desks. So you could have them individual, you can have them as groups. They just happen to have it like this, where you have this open space. Again, large whiteboard, teacher's desk, large display screen that's fully interactive. You have your whiteboard and corkboard in the front of the classroom and also in the back. Again, every classroom, every space has the Top Cat system, so that voice can be amplified. So most classrooms have a water fountain and a sink, so the students can get some water during class. Here we have our full window system, which gives us a lot of natural light. We can adjust obviously based on the shades. But again, bringing in full light, and that's what we want. We want a light and airy and bright learning environment. So not only with the exterior lighting, natural lighting, but we have the lighting of the building, which can also be adjusted depending on what is going on in the learning environment. So a neat feature is if students are at their desk and say a teacher is displaying something on their screen, you can reduce this first row down so there's no glare on what's being projected onto the television, and that can be adjusted. So all of the lighting in the room can be adjusted depending on percentages, which is a really great feature. So if it's really bright outside, you can reduce the light down inside, and or if it's dark outside, you can really gain a lot of light by adjusting the light up or down. And now that we've seen a science classroom, a regular classroom, which we saw history, this is a small group room or a small group space where it'll have a smaller number of students that'll be pulled in. So again, good sized room though for small group, not too many students. You have your whiteboard, you have your display, and this one is a modular display. So the teacher can maneuver it around how they see fit. Again, we have our Top Cat system, so their voice can be amplified, plenty of storage that's lockable. Let's continue down 7th grade hallway, and we're gonna make our way back to the front of the school in the foyer area. As you can see, every classroom has their display, which we put the Peck logo on there. It shows the teacher and it shows what the class is about. Also, you have your Braille on there for visually impaired. And now we're back at our main entrance at the grand staircase, and we will make our way upstairs. So as we made our way up, you see some different types of floor finishes where you have your regular VCT tile that gives you your pops of color and patterns. And down here we had our porcelain tile, which gives you that beautified look, but can hold up really well over many years. Okay, and then here, this is on our 2nd floor. This whole area here, this is all counselors within this area here that students can make their way into. We're gonna make our way through into the media center. We're gonna come this way. So as we come through the media center, we have different offices. Again, some counselors, these are testing rooms. And then we keep coming. Over here, we have our consumer science, so home ec. So here we have our STEM lab with students working on robotics and various other projects. Same thing over here, art's going on. And then as you can see, the media center being utilized by various teachers and students all at the same time. We'll keep going. So small group room here, okay. Art room over there, same as STEM. They basically have the same type of classroom, just one is art, one is STEM. So in art, full basically floor to ceiling windows to bring in a lot of natural light so the students can see what they're working on. The art room is set up just for art. That's strictly an art room. You have the big garage door there, which is soundproof, but you can allow, let's say the students are working on a larger project, we can open up that garage door and the artwork and everything can be brought out and throughout the school. Same as STEM, they have a soundproof garage door. If they're working on something bigger, that can be wheeled out into the school itself. And each art room and STEM are specifically designed for those programs. So what we have here on this side is OTPT, or occupational therapy. And so we can come through, we have full rubber flooring in there, you have different types of equipment to work on physical therapy with students. In another small group room, we have a counselor, another counselor, and now we start to work our way into C building. We're not quite in C yet, but we're on our way there. So fitness room here on the right hand side. We have the craftsman in there building the equipment, how the school wants it set up. So you're gonna have your exercise bikes, your weightlifting systems and everything for gym class and various other ways for students to use it. So we have our nurse's office here. Some cool features, fob and camera system, so the nurse can buzz people in. Now we have the door open so they can come right in. We have our waiting room, fridge and freezer for medicines. We have our sinks. We have both of our nurses here. Okay, we have our one exam room here. Another exam room here. Bathroom here. And then here's our rest area. Again, bringing in that natural light, inviting the natural light and wellness to the space. And then you have the curtain system that could be curtained off for privacy for any student that's not feeling well. Now we're into C building. As you can see, we have some flooring change and some more architectural details. The brown ceiling that you see above, that's an acoustical ceiling. So not only does it add that architectural detail, but it helps sound from reverberating throughout the entire school. It deadens that sound, so the sound wherever we are, it stays where it is and it just doesn't travel down the hallway. Plenty of display cases for student artwork and awards as the school continues to go on throughout the school year. So as we work our way, now we're into the gym. This is our gym area. So the gym has a lot of cool features. So we have a modular wall that can be separated from the gym and the cafeteria. So when you have lunches going on and gym going on, those two are fully separated with a soundproof wall that can be collapsed into its own cubby. Full basketball hoops, practice hoops that can be raised into the roof. Full volleyball setup. There's also a curtain that can come down and divide the gym in half. So you could have, say, 2 different grades or 2 different classes going on. So you could have one playing basketball, you could have one playing volleyball. All of it has access to the outdoors, which we'll take a look at in a little bit. We have a full 2 half courts out there with the Peck colors, which is a really nice feature to have for the students, especially on right after lunch break and go out for recess. And they also have full access to the park itself. So there's no restriction there. They can make their way out to the park on recess. We have our divider wall that's collapsible that separates the gym from the cafeteria. Above that, we have our projector for when we're having either a school event or after school event, a city event, anything like that. The projector comes over, and then over here this is our caf, and then over here we have our stage. The projector screen comes down. Here's our school podium. So when we have officials, speakers, anybody, they can go right up there, connect to the full sound system with many, many speakers. We also have full theatrical lighting, full theatrical sound system. So we can have plays, we can have dances. There's a variety of, there's no limit on to what this space can be used for. So over here, we have our kitchen, a modern kitchen with everything that they need to provide food to the students. Now we'll start making our way into the kitchen area almost as if a student is getting their lunch. They make their way into the kitchen itself. Here's your serving line, full modern kitchen with your warming trays, your various coolers, your built-in fridges, refrigerators and freezers all built in, full washer and dryer, dry storage, everything is self-contained for the kitchen in this area. All modern hood system with modern kitchen appliances for various types of food prep and food storage. On the other side is the dishes for your dishwasher, and then where students would drop their tray and everything like that. Students just check out, make sure that they've received their lunch, and they work their way out, and now they're into the caf. And as I was saying before about your theatrical lighting, so you have your full theatrical lighting, you have your soundproofing to give you those great acoustics, full speaker system, have your different lighting, which we call the cloud system because they look like clouds, and then curtain, and then like I said, full stage area with theatrical lighting, theatrical sound with full systems. As you can hear in the background, we have music class going on. We'll go take a look at music now. The music room has its own room, its own space, and it's connected right to the stage. Within the music room is fully soundproof, so you have also prep rooms in there where you can bring, say, drums are working in one small room and then guitars are working in another while the rest of the class is working, say, on keyboards or something like that. So the class can be broken down into smaller groups, and then they have direct access to the stage. And not only do they have direct access to the stage, but everything is fully ADA compliant. So there's full ramps. So you have some stairs, yes, but you have the stage. So if you have a band going on, they're not walking upstairs. They can have all their band equipment and work their way up into music and or onto the stage and or the carts when you're gonna go and perform somewhere else. Within that stage, you have your theatrical lighting where we can change colors, we can program it to whatever show we have taking place, and same as the sound system. Again, another theatrical type sound system with a soundboard, and it could be a full production. So this school is capable of having any type of play, show, and or dance, and or whatever the school wants to come up with. Now we're gonna make our way outside. We've eaten lunch. Now we're gonna act like we're gonna go out to recess. We make our way directly out from the cafeteria, out to recess. So again, many options for the students. Here we have both of our half-court basketball half courts with our school colors. So they have this entire play space that's nice and safe with gates on both ends, so no traffic is coming through here. The gates will be shut and no traffic will make its way through. Now they have the option, they can play some basketball out here, nice and safe, or they can make their way out onto Crozier Field. Either way they want to go, they can take the ADA pathway, they can take the stairs. We have a set of stairs over there, and this whole entire area is just for recess for the students. Here we have, in the back of C building on the outside, we have our generator for the school, so full power. So if we lose city power, we go right into emergency generator power, which will power all the lighting, all the heating systems, the fridges and freezers, keep the food nice and cool and safe, and still give us plenty of light inside the building and have full functionality of the building. So now we'll work our way into the C building's receiving area. So this is where all the goods would be delivered. Kitchen goods would go over here to the kitchen, and then this would be the regular facilities and maintenance portion of the building. Now we're gonna make our way into the receiving area. We make our way into receiving. This is the custodial area and the heating plant of the school. So we have our custodial area there, as you can see, full receiving. So you have your different products for custodial. We have our sprinkler room, our electrical rooms, and then this is just IT stuff that's waiting to get distributed. So we come through here. This is going to be our heating plant for the school itself. Make our way in. Electrical. We have our pumps that distribute the hot water from the heating plant of the boilers right here. These are both of our boilers. Some holding tanks for the liquid glycol that distributes the hot water throughout the system, which gives us our heat. Here is our domestic hot water. So this is your hot water for hand washing and various things in showers and stuff like that. The full modern building with full building technology, using the latest and greatest to not only save energy, but to deliver conditioned air and water to the students. As we see up here, I wanted to point out we have our full sprinkler system for the building, so that it is fully safe with a fire protected sprinkler system throughout the building, creating that creating a modern building that is the safest for our students to occupy along with staff. Now we're exiting out of receiving. This is our staff lounge for teachers to be able to enjoy their lunch and take a break. As we work our way around, here's music. Here's our full music room like we talked about before, with where you have your small rooms for individual lesson, and then the larger with the larger group. This is going to be now 8th grade hallway. So we'll work our way down 8th grade hallway. Now we've made our way into an 8th grade science classroom. Some key features I wanted to talk about was, one is the emergency shower and eye wash station. Both of those are right here. Then we have our goggle storage, which is right here. And we come around, again, full sinks to get washed up. And in here, a difference, there's no water fountain in here because it is a science classroom. So you wouldn't have a water fountain to drink out of, because you're working with science materials and you're washing your hands and things like that, versus into a math class or a history class where you could get that drink of water. But these students would just make their way out into the hallway to the many number of water fountains that are out there. Now that we're making our way out of the 8th grade hallway, now we're back at the top of our grand staircase and the 2nd floor foyer area. Okay. Now we'll make our way back downstairs to the front of the school. And I would like to thank some folks, including the MSBA, the mayor, the city council, Superintendent Soto, and the many other folks that got to work on this project and delivered this final product to us. And like I said, we are so proud of this and the opportunity to be able to do this. And I look forward to our students and staff enjoying this building for many years to come.